Buffalo Bills, Sean, unreal performance that they had against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This was an important game without Keon Coleman, with the turmoil and drama happening there. We're going to ignore that. This offense for Buffalo was really, really potent. Josh Allen, this is the ridiculous stat coming out of this one. This is a big week for ridiculous stats. Josh Allen accounted for 6 total touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 3 through the air. This is now the second time in the Super Bowl era that a quarterback has passed for 3 touchdowns and rushed for 3 touchdowns. Do you know who the other quarterback is that has accomplished this stat?
NFL era, or Super Bowl era. Who would it? Maybe like a Steve McNair. He used to put up big numbers.
Josh Allen last year against the Rams. Good that game was really difficult to watch. I remember I bet on the Rams to cover in that game, and it did not come to fruition. But this is a ridiculous performance by Allen. Also a really solid game by #please Sean Tucker, who did not make a post about it, which was bullshit.
Oh, he had a small one. He didn't have the full recap. Happy with myself and the team. Wish I'd done this and that.
Please.
It was just a #pleased. But this was a great game. This Buffalo Bills team that showed up against Tampa Bay, this is the real team. All right, this is the real Josh Allen. That team that played Miami, that team that played Atlanta.
Oh, no, he did post, I'm pleased with my performance.
Yeah, very pleased.
A lot of people egged him into doing it. That makes me very happy.
He should be pleased. I love Sean Tucker. He had an awesome game. I hope he's one of the great football guys. If you know, you know. You've been tracking him for so long.
Wait, but I don't mean to cut you off.
Please.
This was one prospect that when he came out, I was so adamant of he's going to be a really good RB2 in the NFL.
Yep.
And I felt like I actually got a lot of negative feedback from that when I had him high in my rankings. I think I had him as like RB10 in the year he came out, and a lot of people rolled their eyes at it. I don't even think he didn't get drafted, I believe, or it was very, very late. And look at what he's done for Tampa Bay. He's the perfect RB2 when Bucky Irving is unavailable.
He is such a high character guy, high football loving guy. Like just the way that he tweets about the game, you could tell. Like he's not tweeting like other players. He's tweeting about somebody that genuinely loves and cares about his performance in the football game. I love what he does in the sport. What was I saying? Oh, this Buffalo Bills team. This is the real team. These are the real guys. This isn't the team that lost to Miami or lost to Atlanta because those teams are dog shit and they don't need to play balls to the wall, risk everything for victory against those awful, awful teams. When you're playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are a playoff team from the NFC, who are likely going to win the NFC South, and the Buffalo Bills needed a win, Josh Allen steps up, scores 6 touchdowns. I'm doing it with my arm. I'm doing it with my legs. He wasn't running all around against these bad teams. He was just kind of sitting in the pocket, throwing it around, throwing it in the dirt, not taking a lot of risks. It's smart. It's brilliant, actually. The Bills' evolution is about 2 years behind the Chiefs in their operation, where the Chiefs used to just take games off and middle of the season, wait till the playoffs or play up to good teams. The Bills are doing that now, where they're saying we have a real window, we have a real chance with this quarterback, but we don't need you going out there doing something stupid in a game that doesn't really matter. This game mattered. He stepped up. And if they continue to do that, they're unstoppable. Like this is an unstoppable team if Josh Allen is playing at this level, and everybody in the AFC is on notice against them.
It does make me wonder what this team could be if they could actually go and get him a star receiver.
Should have got Waddle, man.
And
they should have got him Waddle.
Dude, trading within the division just doesn't happen.
I know. It's so
you
impossible.
always love suggesting these trades in the division. They don't happen unless it's like a defensive tackle that is a mid-level player that doesn't really really boost a team in your division. They might help them out.
My defensive tackle argument for the future.
Well, I'm just saying that when you're trading away a star receiver, I don't think that many smart, competent franchises are going to equip a team that they're supposed to beat.
I got you. I know. I just watched what Waddle did in Madrid this weekend. I'm like, oh God,
he'd be good for you for watching that.
Dude, I'm sorry for everyone that had to. Also, these morning games. I have barely watched them. I've been doing my college football notes for Ruffino and Joe, and I've just kind of glanced up and looked up and gone, man, this is a shit game. They've all been bad games. I'm glad that a lot of people are kind of tapping into the conversation about how these games are really ruining the slate. And the games aren't even good, but we don't need to jump down that rabbit hole. My point is I think that the Bills, regardless of what happens at the end of this year, even if they do go to a Super Bowl, they got to go get this dude a star receiver, because if you could put up 44 points
imagine how much more productive you could be if you also had a premier target for him that he can rely on every single time he drops back. You would be a historic offense.
It would just it would make everything easier. And I thought that Keon Coleman was going to be a player that made things easier just because he's pure athlete and can go and get jump balls and can make big plays when needed. I'm still waiting on it. I'm not ruling it out for him. I still think that there's a ton of potential with Keon Coleman, but they need some serious like they need someone serious in the receiver room to come in and step in. Like, how did Devontae Adams end up in LA and not in Buffalo? Point. Like, honestly, and that guy's got 9 touchdowns this year.
Which we're going to talk about him in a second. That would have been a perfect example.
They overthought it.
Of somebody to go and get and to bring in that's always been consistent, that would be looking for somewhere where he can go to potentially win a Super Bowl. His play style and his leadership would have been perfect for the room, and specifically Keon Coleman.
Yep.
So the reason why he didn't dress, it was because he was late for a walkthrough or something along those lines.
Yeah, just some nonsense. It's just nonsense. Like say Abdul Carter shouldn't be going through that nonsense. Keon Coleman shouldn't be going through that nonsense.
That was an annoying saga today. That was really stupid.
You're supposed to be. You're supposed to be the cornerstones here. We need you to act like it. Why is Abdul Carter laughing at guys saying that he should be wearing 50? Maybe they should be 56.
Well, because the joke is that Lawrence Taylor never showed up for anything. The one, but the tall tale, that everybody would reference was that there was one time he was driving past the stadium on a Sunday and he realized, oh my God, I have a game to play, and he just rolled up and ran out onto the field. That's a rumor. I don't know if that's real or not, but that's been the one. I always love listening to the Bill Burr clip of him talking about how he did that Inside the NFL show. He was like a guest on it, and he was talking to Phil Simms the whole time, and he was telling him all these stories, how Lawrence Taylor didn't know any of the franchises in the NFL. Like, he legitimately just didn't know who he was playing every single week, and he would just show up. He would just beat the shit out of whoever was there for him to beat the shit out of. The thing with Abdul Carter, though, yeah, he should not have hopped on Twitter. He should not have done that. There's a report of you dicking around.
Bad move, man. It's always a bad move.
When you start making excuses, even if you're in the right and you were in recovery and you weren't sleeping in the building, it's automatically a very, very bad look. The thing that comes with this, though, I'm coming around a little bit on Mike Kafka. I know that we're kind of,
the Bills are great.
We're jumping in a completely different direction here. I do want to talk about this just for a couple of minutes. I'm turning around on the idea of Mike Kafka being the next head coach. I said this, and a lot of Giants fans commented on my video when I said this, saying, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Clearly, these people didn't pay close attention to the game. Against the Packers, they showed a ridiculous amount of fight. They didn't have Kayvon Thibodeau. They didn't have Jameis Winston. They were in the game until the final offensive series before the random slappy one that they had after they forced a punt. But like the final real series with 2 minutes to go, they march down the field. They're in a position. Jalen Hyatt stops running his route.
Oh, he took a beating.
He sucks. He
took a beating.
Jameis gets picked off, but they actually felt like they had more of an intent, and they felt like they were scrapping, not to mention the fact that Kafka had the balls to hold out Abdul Carter for the opening defensive series for something that he's been doing all year long that Daboll was letting him get away with. I feel like Kafka might actually end up winning against the Raiders, the Commanders, the Vikings, and the Cowboys. Go 4-3 and possibly end up getting this head coaching job. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened.
I tell you what, the head coaching market that's been floating around in the circles. I mean, you're looking at like Mike McCarthy as being one of the top options to hire outside of college guys.
Chris Shula is the big popular name for Giants fans.
If you got a guy in the house that you think you could win with this year, you might as well roll with him. There's no need to go jumping into this market to be first.
We'll see what happens.
Bloodbath.